Hey, it's Kevin DeWitt here and welcome back to the Mixing in a Home Music Studio course. In this video, we're going to look at mixing in our orchestral parts. So firstly, if you're new to my channel and you're new to my videos and you like what you see, click the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. So mixing in our orchestral parts. So in my case here with this song, my orchestral parts are, they're basically virtual synths or synth bass, that sort of thing, virtual instruments. And they're not really lead instruments here. They're not stand out. They are supposed to add a bit of fill to the songs, a bit of atmosphere, that sort of stuff. So obviously depending on your song will depend on what role your orchestral parts will play in the song. But you know, they're not anything different from any other element really. Okay, I mean most things in mixing are they are just that. They're a different type of an instrument. They have a different purpose to the song, but at the end of the day, the techniques and that you can use are all pretty much the same. It doesn't need to vary massively. You know, there is certain things you will do, certain things you won't do, and that sort of stuff. But you know, at the end of the day, it's all about getting every part to fit into the song, play its role, and be heard in whatever fashion you want it to be heard, and just to sound good. So this is no different with our orchestral parts here, right? We have to listen to the song, understand what the purpose of them are, and make them suit the song and the purpose they're intended for. So anyway, let's get into it and I'll show you how I do it in my song. Alright, so, okay, we're going to try and get our orchestral elements in now. Alright, so I've switched around because we've got probably, majority of our instruments in the mix now. I've actually switched it around and just muted the parts we haven't got in. Just makes it easier for me to solo certain sections instead of having to unsolo everything. So, we've still got our lead guitars here, they're muted, but everything else is just going to play in the mix when it's not muted, so we've got this going on. All right, so we're going to bring our orchestras in, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, well, we'll unmute it, but I'm actually going to solo it. We're going to see what we've actually got here. So I might actually move to the loudest part here. So we'll do our usual, and we'll probably do filter here. We do have some low elements, so I don't want to take too much away, but again, we want to make sure we leave room for the bass. So, we probably, let's play it again. Again, you could take it up until you hear it thin out. I'm going to go there. Now I'm going to leave the top end in because, it's quite common for orchestra to have nice shimmery top and that sort of thing. Now, I'll just dip a little bit there. It's a little bit, just a tiny bit thick there. I would like to brighten it up a bit. Okay, so, all right, that's the EQ on one. And then we'll bring in the other one. Now I do want to see how... Okay, we just had it panned. Hang on a second. All right, let's do that again. So I'm going to do a similar thing. Sounds the same. Not sure why we've got two that are identical. Are they identical everywhere? It might be slightly different, I'm not sure. Okay, now I'm just trying to think. I don't think we're going to need any compression on this, right? This is a virtual instrument. It's pretty stable. I'm just wondering whether to add some tube sort of effect to it to try and take away any potential, you know, not risk, but thought that, or sound that there's, you know, to try and make it sound a little bit more authentic, I guess, as opposed to so much, you know, electronic. Now, it is going to be in the background, so it's not going to be too much noticeable anyway, but still. So we might just do that. Copy it onto both. Now, the other thing I'm wondering, would it help make it sound more fuller if we pan this in a little bit? Not much, just a tiny bit. Well, I like the sound of it in isolation. So let's now unmute it, and we're going to get it in the actual track. All right, let's switch over to mono for a second. Trying to hear the balance, make sure it fits in, doesn't take away from anything else. It adds a nice warmth to it, but I'm just wondering, is it too much warmth? That is, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe we could take this up just a smidge more. Don't want it to mask over the bass too much. All right, let's hear another bit, see how it fits in somewhere else. Okay, I can see some automation for this part coming in to boost the volume on that, because I really like it. It's just a bit quiet here, but it'll be too loud in the other parts if I boost it there now. See, it has a nice level in this part and that first part, I think. There's a percussion element that's jumping out at me too much, even though we're concentrating on orchestra right now. Yeah, I like the volume in this part and this part, but definitely this middle part, I think that's going to be an automation step to get a boost up there, because I really like the sound of that contrast of what the orchestra's doing, but it's just not loud enough compared to all the electronic elements there. Yeah, see there again. Nice boost would be good. Yeah, so I'm liking it because it doesn't stand out, but you can notice when it's gone. It's adding this really nice warmth and thickness to the song there, creating sort of like a bed almost for the rest of the music to sit on. It's just this electronic part, it becomes more as opposed to a background instrument, it becomes more of an actual melody instrument, and more of a lead part almost. So it needs that boost, which we will do when we get to some automation there. So I'm pretty happy with that. I don't think we need to do any compression on it. We've got the tube on there just to sort of try and simulate it to sound a little bit more realistic as opposed to virtual. But other than that, it's good. So just to finish off the orchestra stuff, what I'm going to do, or what I've done, is we'll just copy across the tube compressor on the orchestra bus. Now, and it's just to keep some consistency there. So we'll just see what it's doing. Okay, we might turn down the input a little bit. I don't want to do too much. Again, it's going to add a little bit of tube, distortion, pseudo tube distortion to it. Add a little bit of compression at the bus level and that sort of thing. It's not going to have a major impact, but it can have a gelling effect, as I keep saying. It gives them, all the instruments, a similar sort of quality, a little bit of similar texture onto them. Whether it's fair dinkum or not, well, you can make your own decision on that one. So there you go. That's how I mix my orchestral parts into my song. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. If you do have any questions, if I didn't make anything very clear, or it wasn't something I didn't explain, or you didn't understand something, please do feel free to put anything you like in the comments. I do read them all, and I will answer as many as I can, as quickly as I can. I want you to get the most out of this course as humanly possible, and what I can provide. So, feel free to put questions and any feedback, etc. in the comments. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell to be notified of all my future videos. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.